As always, we get the show started with the sip of coffee, and it's good. It is good. Man, it took me about I was starting the show later today anyway, but it just took me like 15, 20 minutes to stop sniffling and sneezing and blowing my nose. Man, this cold is dragging. So I apologize, if I take some breaks here and there to blow my nose or to step off or, if anything like that happens. But other than that, I'm doing well. I'm doing quite well. Yesterday was good. The new year is going well. I'm really busy. So I'm ahead. I'm ahead in a lot of ways and I'm behind in some ways, but not behind in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what you in urgent care for? What the hell you do? You sick or something? Or what you got going on? Or you talking about me? You talking about me with my sniffling and all that shit. You sick or you talking about me being sick? We got Libby. And Libby, I don't know if anybody had been paying attention to Fritz's message yesterday, and Libby messaged me, but I'm gonna be making a variety of posts throughout the channel, uh, just to so that we can help chip in and help out with Libby's healthcare situation, and just to kind of help make it an ongoing thing. I haven't forgotten about that. As I was saying when we got started, I've just been not even it's not even just slammed with work, but just getting everything organized. But things are going very well. But we are gonna I want to make some type of like a portal or something through the channel to where we can actively help one another out in a variety of ways. So that's what I'm working on in addition to other things. But other than that, hold on, we got oh yeah, Vivek, he dropped out. We're gonna be talking about some of that. We're gonna be talking about Vivek dropping out. Um, a couple of things about that. Obviously, Trump steamrolled everybody in Iowa, but there's definitely some holes in his campaign. And again, it's the same exact thing for Joe Biden. Joe Biden has a lot of holes and problems in his campaign too. But we're definitely going to talk a little bit about that. What was it? Trump got 51% of the vote. So roughly half of the voting block for the Iowa caucus didn't vote for him. There's a lot of room to work with there. There was some other polling, like 11% of those people would vote for Biden or something. So there's at any time that you have, anything in the primary. Next, when we go to New Hampshire, we'll have stuff to look at. There's just, things to look at, like, okay, well, this is what the Biden campaign needs to respond to. These are some of the people that they could go after and what have you. But yeah, it was Trump got 51% of the delegates. Ron DeSantis was 21% of the delegates, and Nikki Haley was like 19.5% of the delegates or something like that. So speaking of Nikki Haley, we're gonna get to her too, because she said something about like America's never been a racist country, which isn't surprising, but it's like, damn girl, you just got over this whole slavery hurdle. That would you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what's up with that. But obviously, Trump is still the projected winner of the primary, clearly. So we're gonna talk about a couple of things today. Oh, we got Jeremy in the building. Yes, I have washed clothes. Hold on, let's see. What you got? You got a steroid shot or something? Hold on, let me see. Oh, nausea meds. Oh, damn. Well, I hope that shit work because I bet that shit gonna be sore. You getting? I've never had anything injected like a needle like that before, but it's probably you probably gonna be sore after that, but maybe not. Who knows? Hold on, we got Aaron in here. Yes, we got Aaron in here. Oh, 3 months. Aaron, thank you so much for 3 months of membership. And thank you everybody for everything. I appreciate all of y'all, man. It's really been great just building the community here. And just being able to build friendships with everybody. And I'm really enjoying and I really believe in what we're doing together. So thank you so much for that. Hold on. Mick Boy said he got them cheeks. Mick, Mike Boy got them yams for your ass. All right, let's start with the Supreme Court. Let's see what this. The Supreme Court rebuffs Apple's court appeal on app payments, threatening billions in revenue. All right, let's see what's up. Oh yeah, I got the little I got the little baby mustache going, you know what I'm saying? I got the little I was like, let me go ahead and just see if I can get it a little thicker this time. Maybe not, but yes, I look like a I look like a Spaniard. I look like I'm about to take out my whip and go swinging with my sword through a crowd. Speaking of Zorro, you know what I'm saying? Um, Speaking of Zorro, that movie, The Mask of Zorro, is fantastic. The one that came out in like the early 2000s, absolutely fantastic. Um, Angela, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Alonzo, to answer your question, would I ever consider a career in politics? Down the line, yes. Probably not an elected office. More so appointed positions and behind the scenes type of stuff. But definitely. But I don't know. I don't know so much about if I want to be in an elected office position. All right, now let's go ahead and get down to it. Supreme Court rebuffs Apple's court appeal on app payments, threatening billions in revenue. The Supreme Court on Tuesday allowed a court order to take effect that could loosen Apple's grip on its lucrative iPhone App Store, potentially siphoning billions of dollars away from one of the world's most profitable companies. The justices rejected Apple's appeal of lower court ruling that found some of Apple's App Store rules for apps purchased on more than 1 billion iPhone. Damn, man, they got, woo. I mean, I got a nice on, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, that's a lot of product, man. A billion iPhones. Sheesh. And that's like sales too. And Apple too. And that's some of what the case is about. But man, they just be arbitrarily making more money for no reason. Like every time they put out a new phone, like, oh, we're gonna change the shape of the charger dock. Like, ain't no need for that. But why not make a few several billions extra in sales for this one product? Why not? All right. The appeal stemmed from an antitrust lawsuit filed in 2020 by Epic Games, maker of the popular Fortnite video game. Epic lost its broader claim that Cupertino, California based Apple was violating federal antitrust law, and the justices also rejected Epic's appeal Tuesday. But in turning away Apple's effort to maintain exclusive control over in-app payments, the court lifted a hold on an order to allow app developers throughout the US to insert links to other payment options besides its own within iPhone apps. That change would make it easier for developers to avoid paying Apple's commissions ranging from 15 to 30%. Man, Apple making all the motherfucking money. They making all the money. I mean, and again, this is why you need antitrust laws, because otherwise, just more and more you can't compete with stuff like this. But um you can see how that would cost. I mean, they'll be fine, clearly. Like, they're going to be fine. They may have to shut down a couple of offices and shit like that. They may have to fire a bunch of employees that they don't really need. A lot of the people that got fired when the what was that bank? Uh that tech bank. I can't recall the name off the top of my head, but that tech bank uh that ended up closing, or that ended up going under in Facebook, and they ended up firing like 10,000 people and shit. But they like hoarded the job market because they had all this extra investment capital, and they just hired a bunch of people who kind of just sat around and didn't do anything. Not to say that all the people who lost their jobs were in that position. Of course not. All I'm saying is that, I mean, when companies are as large as Apple and Meta and stuff like that, they literally do things like hoard portions of the job market just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, oh, I still got the sniffles. Ooh. Yes, the Silicon Valley Bank. Thank you. But yeah, 15 to 30% in the commission off the sales. Yeah, that'll be a chunk off. But again, they'll be fine. They'll be all right. Those fees have turned into a significant part of Apple's services division, which generated $85 billion in revenue during the company's last fiscal year ending in September. Bro, that's so much money. That's so much money. just off of that, like just that one thing. They talking about just that commissions piece with the game developers in the App Store. $85 billion just with that alone. That's crazy. That's bro. That is market share right there. The specter of consumers being able to defect to other payment channels for in-app transactions is one of several factors that has been weighing on Apple's stock, which has declined 5% so far this year. The drop has enabled Apple's longtime rival Microsoft to eclipse it as the world's most valuable company. Oh darn. Apple shares declined by 2% in Tuesday's early afternoon trading, leaving the company with a market value of about $2.8 trillion. Oh no. Microsoft, whose stock has edged up 3% so far this year, is valued at $2.9 trillion. Trillion-dollar companies. Big dollars. Besides the possibility of the Supreme Court refusing to consider the payment issue in the Epic case, investors also have been fretting about new European regulations scheduled to take effect in March that also could force Apple to allow alternate payment methods inside iPhone apps. Apple has staunchly resisted taking down the barriers, citing security concerns that could hurt iPhone owners. Indeed, if we not getting 15 to 30% of their money, they may have security concerns because that's how shit works. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit more. Epic, based in Cary, North Carolina, had claimed that Apple's App Store, which was launched in 2008, man, how far the app world has come in less than 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Not quite 20 years. The technology, it's not even just that the technology's come a long way, but it's totally transformed society. My nose. And, app technology has totally transformed society in so many ways. Not all bad, not all good. Sorry, y'all. Oh, where we at? He turned into a legal monopoly that stifles innovation and competition while generating billions of dollars in profit for Apple. Okay, they didn't respond for comment. Back in 2020, Epic tried to offer an alternative way to get its mobile app, attempting to hold on, way to get they tried to offer an alternative way to download the app. I guess not from the App Store, attempting to evade Apple's commissions charge when digital goods were purchased by players on Fortnite and other games. Oh, so they getting all the money from the game too. It's like it's on the platform, so all the money you make within the game, man, they making moolah la 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 la. Hey, Areola, hold on, we got Areola in the building. We got Brother Soul Life in the building. All right. But yeah, no. Apple's too goddamn big for its britches. All right, let's see what's up. Let's watch Vivek Ramaswamy ending his campaign. And I gotta blow my nose real quick. So let's check that out. I'll be listening. I'll be right. I'll be off to the side.
He's there with his family.
Not just to the Democrats, but to our own side. And not just to other campaigns and candidacies, but to ours. And so I will stick to the truth tonight. The first hard truth, and this one's hard for me. I got to admit this. But we've looked at it every which way, and I think it is true that we did not achieve the surprise that we wanted to deliver tonight. And I think that that's just a hard fact that we're going to have to accept as a campaign. And the question then is, what do we do that is right for our country? And so Purv and I, we actually didn't make this contingency plan before everybody told us to. We said, no, we're not doing that. But we talked about it tonight. We took a little bit of time in our apartment in Des Moines before coming here to make some hard choices. And I wanted to make a couple of announcements tonight to get the business out of the way. And then I want to tell you where we're going. As of this moment, we are going to suspend this presidential campaign. And this is going to have to be, there's no path for me to be the next president absent things that we don't want to see happen in this country. And I think that I am very worried for our country. I think we are skating on thin ice as a nation.
Donald Trump said 95% of the Republican Party is MAGA. No, it's not. It's definitely not.
We have done everything in our part to make, and done, every one of us in this room has done our part to save this country. And I am so proud of every one of you who have lifted us up. But we're a campaign founded on the truth. And so that's why we've made that decision today.
We're a campaign founded on the truth.
And I'm also making the decision that this has to be an America First candidate in that White House. As I've said since the beginning, there are two America First candidates in this race. And earlier tonight, I called Donald Trump to tell him that I congratulate him.
I really want to be your vice president. Tonight, I called Donald Trump to tell him I'd really like to be his vice president. Speaking of Vivek and speaking of Donald Trump, you know, yesterday we talked about how Donald Trump was like, you know, Vivek is a waste of a vote. Vote for me. Vivek says, well, that was probably Donald Trump's B team. It couldn't have been him. You know what I'm saying? Even though, well, I think he said it out loud himself. I don't know. We'll see what's up. Okay, so I didn't read this right here. We just heard Donald Trump said out loud Vivek is a waste of a vote. So that's not his B team unless you think they rolled out a robot. You know what I'm saying? They rolled a robot out there. Okay, Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy blamed former President Donald Trump's handlers for an escalating series of attacks on him over the weekend ahead of the Iowa caucus on Monday, which Trump he won. So this was posted yesterday, but yes, he won. When Trump launched the attacks on his social platform, so this is what he said. Vivek started his campaign as a great supporter, the best president in generations, etc. Unfortunately, now all he does is disguise his support in the form of deceitful campaign tricks. Very sly. But a vote for Vivek is a vote for the other side. Don't get duped by this side. Vote for Trump. Don't waste your vote. Vivek is not MAGA. The Biden indictments against his political opponent will never be allowed in this country. They are already beginning to fall. MAGA. Okay, so what did he say?
Took the shot at you over the weekend. It's covered a lot, saying that a vote for Vivek is a vote for the other side. Don't get duped for this. Vote for Trump. Don't waste your vote. Vivek is not MAGA. Vivek is not MAGA. What does that mean to you?
That wasn't particularly coherent to me. I think he did walk it back today. So I think the handlers, whoever was yesterday, was probably the B team. We had probably the A team around him today.
But you guys have always been pretty
friendly.
What does that even mean? The B team, you know, sometimes Trump purposefully uses people that aren't that great at their jobs. Like that's not how that works, Vivek. Yes, he's definitely the biggest blowhard in America. Chris Christie was definitely right about that. Like, like what the fuck does that even mean? You know, it was his B team, not his A team. Like, no, bro, that Trump just said that because he felt like it. Campaign of truth. What? I mean, just a waste of time. His campaign is just such a waste of time. Like, bruh, like your effort to like gain a bunch of popularity didn't work. People don't like you. Republicans don't even like you. And you know, oh, hold up. Before we get here, let's see. No, matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and get to it. Our favorite guy, George Santos, Mr. Santee. What we got going on with him? What we got going on with him now? George Santos makes maybe the first ever honest claim. He admits to using Ozempic to lose weight. Not that this matters, but it's George Santos, so you know we got to get into it. Okay, so let's see what he said in a tweet. He said, In a tweet Tuesday, Santos shared photos of himself before and after using Ozempic, a weight loss drug. He also said he started using the drug in January of 2022 after deciding he needed to change his life. He lost 110 pounds by election day that year and has gained 30 pounds by ceasing to use Ozempic since last year. Okay, guys, I'll tell you the truth. I took Ozempic. I'll tell you this one truth, guys. Okay, where is it? Let's see. Okay, I guess this is it. He he forgot he lied about it. Yeah, nah, I mean, that's one of the things too. When you lie a lot, you're gonna forget that about what you lied about. But he just lies so much that there's no way for him to keep track of anything. I really wonder what it would be like to be somebody like George Santos because again, like his lies are not they're not practical. Like they're not a real good means to an end. Like oftentimes, especially people who end up in positions of power, like sure they'll lie a lot, but their lies make sense. You can track them. It's so that they can either trick people, but it's not like what good does it really do for people to think that your mom died in the World Trade Center attack? What good does it really do people to think that your grandparents died in Auschwitz? Because that's another thing he said. I mean, he said that George Santos claimed that he was one of the producers of a Spider-Man Broadway play. Like stuff like that just really doesn't do much for you. Like he could have done none of that and still hypothetically won in another way if he would have, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just his lives don't make any sense. So I say all that to say, like, put yourself in someone's psyche like that. Like, who is he really? Like, who would you even actually be? You know what I mean? Like, this dude is a total enigma. And again, not that this story is important. It's just, excuse me, it's just funny. And nonetheless, he made it into Congress. You know what I'm saying? So he made it he made it into Congress. David Daniels, thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. I always have a good time when I'm on as well. We're gonna keep it up. We got Donald in the building. What's going on? Sigourney. But oh yeah, right, exactly. Hold on, I scrolled up. Mr. Sandy, right. He did right, Libby. He did facts, he did say that too. He was like, because he asked, I think he asked his base. Yeah, he asked his Twitter following, should I leave the Republican Party? That's what it was. He said, should I leave the Republican Party? And like tens of thousands of people were like, yeah, go ahead and get up out of here, bro. It would be nice to not have you here. And he was like, fuck you. He's like, screw you guys. I'm not going home, motherfucker. I'm staying around. Donald, my brother, thank you so much for the 3 months of membership. Thank you, everybody, man. Again, we're starting the year off strong. Things are going well, and things are going to continue to go well because we're going to stay in this together. Again, I'm very busy, but things are coming along. There's a variety of things I still need to do. But we good. We're gonna keep this train moving. Thank you so much, Donald, for 3 months of membership. And thank you, everybody. Okay, what should we do now? Let's see. Lots of winter flights canceled. Yesterday in New Jersey, at least where I'm at in northern New Jersey, it hadn't really snowed. There is snow out there today, nothing crazy though. But like in Chicago, we went over there yesterday. It's like -10, -11 degrees. In Iowa yesterday where people was voting, um what was it? It was like the wind chill was like -36 or some crazy shit like that, man. It was crazy. Soul Life. Soul Life. Thank you so much, my brother, for 3 months of membership. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. It really means a lot. Keeps me going. Keeps me going. Lets me know that we on to something. You feel me? And we definitely are on to something. But thank you so much. And thank you for everything that you've done. Because of Soul Life, a lot of this experience is better. I remember when we first started, man, when I first started this, I don't know what the hell I was doing, but we didn't came a long way in one year just by ourselves. You know what I mean? But yeah, when we first started, we had ads all over the place, and then Soul Life was like, let me get you together. And he hooked us up. So thank you for that, and thank you for everything. All right. So yeah, it's still cold. You know what I'm saying? A lot of flights canceled. But let's go ahead and get to this right here. We got Trump dumped by a high-profile defense attorney less than 24 hours before new Carroll trial begins. He has the, I mean, bro, like again, especially in the, when it comes to the election, that's one thing because that's people showing up to the polls for him or not. But in the court system, this dude, man, he's so screwed, and a lot of it is because I mean he can't. This dude, what was this dude's name? Takiopa Takapina. I said Takiopa. Takapina. I mean, he's already a bottom of the barrel attorney. You know what I'm saying? Like he got me. Oh my god. But let's see. Donald Trump's lawyer Joe Takapina has filed. I said Takiopa. Indeed, don't need to be showing ads we ain't getting paid for. Exactly. Donald Trump's lawyer Joe Takapina has filed a motion to withdraw as the former president's defense attorney just ahead of a criminal trial in New York where Trump faces allegations he falsified records in an attempt to hide roughly $130,000 in hush money to Stormy Daniels. So he getting off of that. And again, bro, like this dude has 4 indictments, 91 felonies. He just got, what was it, 300 something $1,000 fine for like the New York Times or some shit like that, like people he was harassing or something like that. And then what we gonna look over it, like, bro, like while he was on the way to the E. Jean Carroll trial, he still like he'd be tarnishing her name. The same stuff that he's in court for, he just can't stop doing. It's like, this is, of course you're gonna keep losing in court. Yes, exactly. Let's just call him Tapioca from now on. Oh, you went whale watching, Aaron. That's cooler than anything I've ever done in my life. That's literally, and I think, yeah, I did see that too. I did see that you did that. But yes, that is the coolest thing. That's cooler than anything I've ever done in my life. I wonder if Alina Habba is ever going to drop off of the Trump defense bandwagon. He said, "Goodbye. I don't want to do this." And then what was it when Donald Trump's civil, this is different, but his civil lawsuit, when it first started, Letitia James was seeking like 250 million. Now it's 270 or 300, 370 or something like that. It's even more plus the interest. And then he gonna try to make his base pay all his bills. Sigourney, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Sigourney Frazier. Man, y'all really making me happy, man. It's a good day. It's a very good Tuesday. It was a slow day, but goddamn, y'all making me feel good. And I hope that y'all enjoying being here. Thank you so much. But what was I saying? I don't know. We would just pull this up to laugh again at like, man, in court, Trump is just L after L after L. And then he can't shut up talking about all the people who are in charge of his fate. Like, goddamn, bro, you still may win the election. I'm not gonna. Y'all ain't never heard me not acknowledge that. But like, yeah, bro, like, why don't you just? But it's him, so he can't do that. All right, now let's check this out from Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley, who just let's see. Right, exactly, Donald. They gonna pay it off. He gonna end up plus all the interest. Donald Trump. He gonna end up getting like I don't know, who knows, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. And they're gonna be like, we gotta shuffle it all to Donald Trump, and then that's why he ain't got no money on hand. Joe Biden his campaign has $117 million on hand. $97 million was raised in Q4. $91 million was raised in Q3. Trump raised $38 million in Q3. And he spent, like, bro, like, there's so many other things going on than just the polls, especially right now. There's so much other stuff happening. But regardless, it's like, damn, bro, like, and again, it's like he could still win, but God, I mean, he's one of a kind. I keep saying it. I keep saying Donald Trump is one of a kind. There's nobody like him because it's the truth. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with this man? I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but the man is out of his mind. He's fucking crazy. Yes, exactly. He can't help himself. Like every single day, it's like, what? Hey, but this is America. Now here's another V8 moment right here. You know what I'm saying? Nikki Haley, who just got over her the Civil War was not about slavery comments, basically. Now she's the America's never been a racist country. Let's see what she has to say. And she's in a decent position when it comes to New Hampshire. Her polling looks pretty good there. So it's like, damn, Nikki, like, why do this now? Not that Republicans really care about it, but still, like, why do this now? But this is a problem for her.
But Governor, I got to ask you, I know you weren't watching the coverage because you told me you had to get right to New Hampshire, but listen to what Joy Reid said of the reason why you lost last night or came in third. Listen.
The elephant in the room, she's still a brown lady that's got to try to win in a party that is deeply anti-immigrant. It's still a challenge. I don't see how she becomes the nominee of that party with Donald Trump still around. I can't picture it happening. Maybe it could happen. Ron DeSantis' only argument for staying in it is he's the white guy, that he can still make the appeal to white immigrants.
Do you agree with her interpretation of the results?
First of all, Joy Reid lives in a different America than I do. Yes, I'm a brown girl that grew up in a small rural town in South Carolina who became the first female minority governor in history, who became a UN ambassador, and who is now running for president. If that's not the American dream, I don't know what is. You can sit there and give me all the reasons why you think I can't do this. I will continue to defy everybody on why we can do this, and we will get it done.
Are you a racist party? Are you involved in a racist party?
No. We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Our goal is to make sure that today is better than yesterday. Are we perfect? No. But our goal is to always make sure we try and be more perfect every day that we can. I know I faced racism when I was growing up, but I can tell you today is a lot better than it was then. Our goal is to lift up everybody, not go and divide people on race or gender or party or anything else. We've had enough of that in America. That's why I'm so passionate about doing this. I don't want my kids growing up where they're sitting there thinking that they're disadvantaged because of a color or a gender. I want them to know that if they work hard, they can do and be anything they want to be in America. I saw at the United Nations, countries loved the fact that we had freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to do and be anything we wanted to be without government getting in the way. That's why I'm doing this, is because
Mara, hello. Hope you safe travels wherever you're going. And good to see you. Appreciate you for dropping in. Always a pleasure.
We've got too much chaos in this country, and our kids don't deserve it. And I'm determined to get us back on track where everybody loves America again, and everybody's invested in making her stronger.
And that.
Okay, honestly, I don't really have anything to say about that. That's the most Republican comment ever made in history. That's the most Republican comment ever. So it's just like, oh, okay, Nikki. All right, Nikki Haley. All right, let's see what's up with this. Let's see what's up. Joe Scarborough pours cold water on Trump winning 51% of Iowa vote. And there's definitely grains of truth to this. It's not everything, but again, these are the types of things that you get to look at like afterwards. Like, okay, what all the 51%, you're an incumbent. Almost half of those voters not voting for you. Why is that? Those are the people, obviously, that the Biden campaign needs to capitalize on. But That's not the it was a few days ago that Donald Trump said that 95% of the Republican Party is behind him. Well, clearly that's not the case. And again, Joe Biden doesn't have a strong campaign either, but Trump doesn't either, and he's not going to. So, so there's definitely a lot of truth to what's being said here.
I want though to look at this another way. Let me just ask you, if Barack Obama took 4 years off and then ran in a Democratic caucus in Iowa, would 50% of Democrats vote against Barack Obama? No, they wouldn't. Let me answer your.
Like, this may shape up to be like one of the more unpopular elections ever. Like, just in terms of like between two people who just aren't popular and won't be popular. Because Trump's not gonna like generate this new spark and everyone's good. That's not happening. So this may end up like again being just the most unpopular election ever.
Question for you. No, they wouldn't. The fact that Donald Trump we have a delay. The fact that Donald Trump has 50% of Republicans not voting for him, and as Steve Kornacki said, 1/3 hating him in the state of Iowa. In the state of Iowa. We can all sit here and put on sackcloth and ashes and moan about Donald Trump getting 51% of the vote. Got to say, for people who actually want to win general elections, that's not good news.
Right. And there wasn't really a delay, Joe. I was trying to make a calculation in my head. In a way, Trump didn't really even take any time off. I mean, here's the.
Virginia, thank you so much. I appreciate you for the $5 super chat. Right. We're not a racist country, but she grew up with racism. And she's still in it. And that's the thing, too, because if she acknowledges that the Republic that there's still racism, structural racism in the country. If she does that, and or if she says, yeah, the Republican Party has a problem with racism, then whatever little support she had would completely evaporate. Thank you again for the $5 super chat.
The analogy that's the right analogy. Trump transformed. Iowa was a state that, to bring up Barack Obama, Barack Obama wins this state in the general election.
I mean, yeah, no, this is just the most unpopular election ever. Yeah, I mean, both of these guys are just like, I mean, you would think if for him to claim that he has 95% of the party to get 51% of the vote in Iowa, I mean, you would think he would get at least like 70% of that. You know what I'm saying? So it really would have fared better for Republicans if they could have found another candidate. Anybody else really could have just fared better in this election, but Trump's not going to be able to develop some type of magic that's just going to propel him. That's not happening. They should have found somebody else. You know what I'm saying? This is Joe Biden's incumbent reelection, so it's his reelection campaign. But like, y'all could have went with so many other people and done so much better than with Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is what it is. I don't know. I'm gonna say this shit for a little bit because it's hilarious. Now let's get into these winter flights. All right, winter weather snarls flights Tuesday with thousands of cancellations. Thousands of flights across the U.S. were canceled or delayed Tuesday morning as a winter storm swept across the nation for the second day in a row. More than 1,700 flights to, from, and within the U.S. had been canceled by 11:15 a.m., and more than 3,715 had been delayed. Sheesh. What was it? I think yesterday was it 1,900? I'm pretty sure because we went over some of this yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, you're right. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what's a more unpopular election between Trump Hillary versus Trump Biden. Because the difference here is that Trump's already been in office, so he doesn't really have that fresh spark that he did in 2016. I bet, yeah, that's hard. That's hard to answer. Trump v. Hillary or Trump v. Biden? Which one of those are the more unpopular elections? Who knows? We're gonna have to find that out. We're gonna find out rather, because we still don't know. We still too far away. You know what I'm saying? We'll know the answer to that come November. Come election day in November, we gonna know exactly which election was more unpopular between the two. Margarita, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you, man. We having a good day today. And again, everything is coming on good. Everything is coming along well here. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you. But yeah, no, we won't know until November which election is more unpopular. Let's see. Where were we? Temperatures reached as low as the teens in Texas. Cancun cruise. We got to get Cancun cruise out of here. There's so many I can't recall their names. There's a bunch of candidates running against them, and then there's the Lose Cruise pack. Give your money to the Lose Cruise pack. I'm not an official sponsor of them, but we got to get Ted Cruz the fuck up out of the Senate, man. We got to get him out of here. All right. Okay, the teens in Texas while a band of snow moved into the Northeast. Okay, so the number was way higher than that. So earlier when we looked, it was like 1,900. So total yesterday, 3,300 flights were canceled. So we'll have to see what the number is at the end of today, because it's, the day still is not over. Tuesday morning, Southwest led the cancellations with 391. LaGuardia Airport. LaGuardia, I'll be at LaGuardia. It's not a very big airport. It is not a very big airport. Hold on, what is this? This probably also won't be. Oh, we got 5. Hold on, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Donald James, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure that I didn't miss anything else that y'all talking about. Yes, but damn straight, I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna do my best to improve. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep this train rolling. Thank you so much, everybody. But now this video is not going to be very important, but it's Ben Carson, so it's worth watching. You know what I'm saying? Because Ben Carson is always asleep. He's always asleep, and I just want to know what he has to say, because it's Ben Carson. So let's see what's up.
So let me ask you, though, Secretary. I mean, a lot of people can't get over the personal behavior stuff, the name calling, the insults, and all of that. And I talked to a good many of them and said, look, if he's our nominee, we're just not there. We're not supporting him. We might not vote at all, or might leave the presidential thing, blank, or vote even for Joe Biden. How does he get over that hump?
Well, you think about the Bible and King David. Most of those people probably, if they were alive back in those days, would have said,
"Oh, what did he just say?"
Or might leave the presidential thing, blank, or vote even for Joe Biden. How does he get over that hump?
Well, you think about the Bible and King David. Most of those people probably, if they were alive back in those days, would have said, "Oh, what a horrible guy." The episode with Bathsheba and some of the other things that he did. And
bro, how is this man a brain surgeon? How are you capable of that, but you're also this just simple? Like, well, King David and a lot of people back then probably would have said that he wasn't a very good guy. Like, bro, there's no context to any of that. Like, what are you talking about?
yet he was a man after God's own heart. God uses different people for different times. You need somebody with a Manhattan business type of personality to deal with the administration.
Okay. So, okay. Trump is God's chosen leader. I guess that was the crux of what he was saying.
State. You know, there are some real wolves in that Manhattan business environment, and to succeed in that, you don't just kind of be a flowery, nice person necessarily.
No.
That doesn't mean he can't be. I've seen him. When he's not being attacked, he's a wonderful person. Everybody, I think, would love him.
But just to be clear, you're comparing him to King David?
The volume is very low.
Okay, I'm sorry. You are, just to put up for the record, you're comparing him to King David, and that worked out well for King David, and that this is another King David, right?
I don't know about him, King, but certainly he has some policies that are very worthwhile. And the other thing, Neil, that must be mentioned, if the
And again, that's the ultimate thing about all of this. It's like, policy-wise, Donald Trump is pretty identical to pretty much anyone else. And again, it's like Joe Biden's campaign isn't strong at all. But Donald Trump, just him, who he is as a person, it's like every day he's like, how can I make it worse for myself? Oh,